started. So let's recap last week. I want to get some questions answered before we get going. And then we're going to jump in today. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be starting with the ads that we created. I fast forwarded a little bit for you guys so we could fast track this portion of getting multiple ads created. So I got we'll go back to where we took stepped off, but I got a bunch of ads created into an ad set so that we can fast track that portion. So you have to watch me do every single one, just do one. And then from there, we're going to move into what does the offer look like in regards to what they receive. So what the landing page they're going to land on. And then we got to build the redirect from Facebook into CRM. We'll do that today. And then on Thursday, we're going to build out what the AI agent looks like, what the automations look like, so that you are not working the leads as soon as they come through. The AI agent works the leads as they come through, so that you are only working the appointments the AI agent sets. Yes, I'm going to still suggest that you need to monitor the conversations of what's going on. And if it's appropriate for you to pick the phone up and start calling ASAP, do it. But that's the portion we're going to segue into today. So what we've defined our offer. We are going to create IDX save search links. I'm going to show you guys how we do that. If you're on Bold Trail, if you're on Lofty, that's going to be a different part on this call. I'll summarize how it works on Bold Trail and other sites. If you're using that specifically, I'm building this out as if you were on a Zillow. So if you're going to be looking at Zillow the way what I'm going to build it out for, excuse me. But if you're on Bold Trail, it's a very similar process. Then from there, we're going to build out we've already done our images. We've done our headlines. Integrate to CRM, and then we'll set the portion up. Okay. So I'm going to just dive right into it, and then I'm going to take questions before we start. Any questions from last week? Super easy. This is all very easy. No questions. Made my job easy. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let's just dive in then. All right, we're going to go back into the ad that we had. So remember, when we click, we have campaigns, and then we have ad sets, and then we have ads. We're going to first start with the campaign. So I'm going to check, without this thing coming up, I'm going to check this right here. Now that campaign is the one we created. So I was doing December 2025, recently reduced Georgetown, Texas. That's the campaign I'm working on. So now when I click on ad set, it's going to show me the ad set associated with that one. I'm currently in draft still. I'll then check this one again. So I check that one. Now I'm going to go, this will give me to my ads in that ad set. So here's the ad that we had. We're going to jump back in. Okay, so I'm going to name this first ad. What I like to name them on is what the image is that I created. So I'm going to open up Finder. I'm going to go back to the images that we created, which were... I got to find the folder structure. Hold on. There you go. So I have recently reduced ads and builder incentive. I'm going to do the builder incentive. All right, so those did not save the names. So just kidding. I'm going to do the recent. All right, all my names disappeared. Awesome. Okay. That's not fun. So now I got to click into these. All right, so this image here is... Okay, single story, ranch style, modern, right? So I'm just going to describe it on what it is for the ad so I know what ad is doing that. So then I'm going to go over in here, I'm going to go say Georgetown, single story, modern, ranch style. Okay, so now when I look at that ad, if I were to go back, it's going to save here in a second. Okay, all edits are saved. Now, if I was to go back, close this out, I don't want to just close it. If I go back to my ad set, I have it checked, I go back to ads, now I can see that name pops right here, so I can easily edit. So I'm going to go into that one again, and how we're going to create this ad is the following. So you guys are going to want to create a form. I have already created a form that I thought I did. Yes, I did right here. So I'm going to go into this form and start from the top for you guys. I have this going off of my team. You're more than welcome to go off your personal brand. You're more than welcome to however you want to do it. Funny enough, I'm actually going to be changing my brand. I'm going to just go to Matt Kemp's Residential Group. But let's go with this for now. Recently reduced in Georgetown. The form type, I want more volume. So just backing up for a second. We are making a form inside of the ad is what we're doing right now. So the ad will do its thing. When they click the ad, they have to go to something. That something that they go to is a form. We're going to keep them inside of Meta on this form for as long as possible because that will get our cost per lead down. If we redirect them out of Meta, your cost per lead will go up. So we're going to do it inside of Meta. Recently reduced Georgetown, Texas is the form name. Okay, so this is all focused on that thought. More volume. And then I wanted this optimized. Okay, great. So then what I'm going to click next, I wrote out my headline here as direct response marketing into Claude. I got that directly. So you guys can copy this exactly if you want and just replace the city name. I'll put that in the chat for you right now. If I can find it, here we go, chat. Let's go, everyone. All right, that's in the chat for you now. Just replace Georgetown with what you would want. All right, now the paragraph. See the complete list of recently reduced homes in Georgetown, Texas, updated daily with new price cuts and motivated seller opportunities. Okay, I'll copy and paste the same thing here, and I'm gonna put that back into here for you guys as well. Again, just replace Georgetown, Texas to your city. Next. Okay, now this is the portion where we're gonna ask them questions. I'm leaving this up to you guys on what you want to do and how qualified you want the lead to be. Reason I say that, you could ask up to like 15 questions. If you ask 15 questions, your cost per lead is going to be somewhere around $150 a lead. So I don't think that's appropriate if you want to have, unless you want high lead cost. I want the lead cost to be as low as possible. So if I do low as possible, I want one question, which is contact information. And then we're going to have them fill out their contact here. When you build this out, it's going to auto populate as full name right here. I want you to delete that. Reason being, CRMs don't like when you populate full name back into a CRM. They like it when you have first name, last name, email, phone number. So separate full name to first name, last name. The way that you do that, add category, contact fields or user information. You would go user information. You're going to have this already, but you need first name, last name. Okay? And then just populate those in. If you want to drag these order, click on the little the 6 dots or the ellipses, drag it up and down. Copy my exact order. Go first name, last name, email, phone. You can make these optional. You're just not going to get the information you want. I would make these required. Don't do work email. Just do optional here. Now we're going to go next. We all good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now here's where it comes into your privacy policy, your disclaimer.
Sorry, Matt, the reason you make it not optional is because if they choose to leave off a field such as their phone number, then you just don't pay for the lead. Is that why?
You pay for a lead that doesn't have a phone number.
Oh, I thought you were saying make the fields so they're not optional, that they have to fill them in.
Yeah, so if I click this right here, now it's optional.
Right.
I don't want that checked. I want their email and I want their phone number.
Yeah.
Without that, AI agent doesn't work.
But the point is, let's say they choose not to give the phone number. Are they going to bounce then? Or are you going to still be like, right? You wouldn't be charged for the lead because they haven't completed it.
You would get charged for a click. You will not get charged for what's called a conversion.
Okay, got it.
You'll pay a couple cents on the click.
Yep.
But you won't get a considered conversion of what Meta sees.
Okay, awesome.
The part I forgot here was a description. So let's go do that. I'm going to take a quick screenshot to make this very simple. Go like that. I'm going to open up Claude as fast as I can without that thing disappearing. I'm going to grab this. Oh, did I get it? I did. Okay. Oh, I did not. Okay. Go to desktop, screenshot. I'm going to drag and drop that in. And I'm just going to say I am building a lead form for real estate based leads. Provide me a short message where
you want a treat?
that's it. Okay. I'm going to copy and paste this once I get it. Perfect. Copy. Put that back in. Now it displays right here on the preview. Okay, so now we're good to go on there. Next, privacy policy. Okay, so some of us may have a privacy policy on our website. You would just grab the link that you have directly. So if I was going to do my real estate one, I would go lonewolfrealtygroup.com/privacy. If I was doing the Zillow one, to give you guys an example, it would look something like this. Right? We got a whole privacy policy written out. If you guys need help with getting a privacy policy written up, I would do that to Lovable and just add it to your website. So I can simply copy and paste this. I'm going to put that into, or you can add a custom disclaimer. So if you do that, I'll show you guys how to do that. Same idea. Copy, get a screenshot, go back to Claude, upload that. Same here. Write out privacy for me within the ad. If you do not add this, your cost per lead will go up. You can skip this section, but your cost per lead will go up. So I would suggest adding it in. All right. I have a little bit of an edit to do in there, so I will go here. Hold on, I need a title though. What's the title there?
Why did you go to Claude instead of just copy and pasting it from your website?
In case people here don't have it, I would use my website.
Gotcha.
And when you say use your website, you would just copy the link, right? Not.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna just type it as.
Can you still use the word realty group in Texas
Yep.
for a team?
Yeah, I know.
Missouri,
I know you and I've had that combo. We
yeah,
can't hear.
Missouri won't let us do that. We have to use real estate.
Technically, it'll be this in 2026. And or other topic was that's a lot of words. So playing with it.
I do like the AI powered. Makes it different.
Yep. Mika, did you get that accepted? Okay. So let's go. I'm gonna make it simple for you guys. I want that to go the next line, so I'm gonna get some spaces here. Will it go next line? I'm just gonna type it. I didn't like the way it was displaying. So now I'm just gonna say it here, communications from. Okay, and now we're gonna click next. All right, now we have a headline. This is a big portion for us. This is the final action. So what we're doing here, we have to summarize in AI what we're doing, what do we want the consumer to go do next, and what we're going to deliver. So same idea. I'm gonna go back to Ads Manager, screenshot here, and we're gonna go into here. Write this out for me, and I will provide the link.
You need to change hour to out.
Thanks. Okay, and I'm going to go to where I get all of my saved searches, and I'll show you guys how I do that. So I actually do that here. I need to log into Zillow. So we have a way that we create saved searches. So if you're on Bold Trail, you're on Lofty, you're on Follow Boss with Ylopo, you'll have a way of doing this. I'm just gonna do it the way that I do it. So we're going to go into Lone Wolf Realty Group. Okay. I'm going to be clicking on Zillow Leads Dashboard or IDX Leads Dashboard. And I'll be able to view what I have as saved searches in here. The other way I can do this is I go to IDX add-ons, select EHL dashboard. Perfect. Let's go to high-level apps. Let's go to the IDX broker side. Where is it? Let's just search. Saved. Search. There we go. Okay, apps. Bingo. Okay, so I'm able to right here create a one-click community. So I'm going to then type this in as Georgetown, Texas. I want single family only. I'm going to type in Georgetown again here. City. Community name is Georgetown, Texas. I have an ability where we can put a ChatGPT tool on it, so it's going to generate unique content for that page. All good to go, and I'll click create. It already exists, so I'm going to say no cancel, and I'm going to go to my view all saved links. So here's all my saved ones right now. Then I can then select preview it. There's search.lonewolfrealtygroup.com/Georgetown. Populates all the things into it. Has our Yelp page. Has the view. They click market report. Gives them details on listings sold this week, new listings this week, and how many open houses are populated for this week. And this number will change. We have it checking every 2 minutes. So then now down here, they're going to be able to look at all the houses and then set up their criteria. So I'm going to grab this link and I'm going to take that back into the ads manager, and this is where we're going to send that to. The call to action here is see your listings. Or let's do something like that, right? Play around with it. But we're going to have it go to a website. And then we want this to change the headline. So that's a little boring. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a screenshot back into Claude. We're going to put that back into here. This lead form is for recently reduced homes in Georgetown. Please headline and description on the final page. Okay, so that's going to give us here. Again, we want to focus on direct response marketing. So if it doesn't give me what I want here, we're going to then go to say that again. I'm going to say this is boring AF. I want direct response marketing language within. Better.
Spicy.
Yep. Dude, this is again why I like Claude. If I give it some attitude, it'll give me attitude back. So go throw that there. Go back to our meta. Okay. I don't like that it goes to 2 lines. Let's see what happens if I do that.
How about deals are live?
Yeah.
Georgetown listings, maybe?
If we go 2 lines, I want it to be consistent, so we would have more text here. Georgetown.
Deals live.
Just take the word "your" out.
Georgetown deals live.
Well, properties, yeah, deals
There we go.
are live, yeah.
Okay, and then our description. Okay, cool. Bingo. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create the form. We're going to attempt to create the form. It wants my, I mean, just the privacy policy link. Hold on. Privacy policy, we're going to, okay. What is it like? Hold on. Okay, next, create form. So now the form is created. That should be in a second. Hold on, what are you waiting for? Created. Created. Review on error. Okay. Invalid parameter, but where's the parameter? Right here. Tracking. I don't want a parameter though.
I think you're good. You made it open. That should have done it.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh.
It's giving me a parameter.
Never mind.
What is a parameter? I'm sorry.
Basically a tracking code. So if I want to go throw a tracking code onto this of where the lead came from, so like think pixel or think what it might be. So like let's say I didn't know that. I would then throw this back into this screenshot back into Claude as a like support issue. Help me with param, help me with the error. Ah, it doesn't like the emoji.
I was about ready to ask that, but seeing as how I didn't know what I was talking about, I didn't say anything.
Nope.
That's the logical thing.
Oh,
Probably a link.
Matt, do you have 3 T's in TTPS?
Let me look.
On the privacy policy.
On the privacy policy link. Go back.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, right there.
Thank you.
I can't help it. My brain just sees them. They just jump out like they're in highlight.
Look at this. Sharon Dawson, you're the best. Okay, so now I have that form. Okay, so I would select this form for the ad. So what I would do next, all of it's saved. Now we do the fun part. We're going to add in what's on the ad. So when we create the ad, we're going to be adding an image into that ad. That image will be added. Hold on. View. Image ad. I'm going to click upload. So let me do that again. I wasn't talking. Where it says add creative, you're going to set up creative. You're going to go image add, and we're going to go to upload. And I'm going to go grab the files that we used to create the, let's use, this is why you put it in folder structures. I thought I did. Oh, I did. Okay, we're good now. All right, cool. Open. Then I'm going to click it. Next. Here's what it looks like, okay? So it's going to try to put it into recommended format for how it views. Do not do that. Just do original. 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 Okay? What we should be doing, though, do you see how it has the Gemini logo right here in the bottom right? We should go to Canva and remove that. If you want to go do that, your ad will do better. Go to Canva. Let me go to my EXD Canva so I can actually do this. Am I logged into it? Okay. Go to Create, Upload, Upload Files, grab that same image, Open, Edit Image, and we're going to use the Pixel Eraser tool. We're just going to do like this. Done. Oh, wait. No, that's not what I wanted. It's not all what I wanted. Come back. We want Magic Eraser. Where is it? There you go. Okay. Erase. Now it's gone. Can't even tell. Now we're going to click
You
Save.
did that in Canva?
Yep. And now it's saved. Now I'm going to download that again. Text a single story edited. Okay, so I'm going to upload that photo again. So let's go back to media. Upload that. Let's go to downloads. Open. It's processing. Click it. Next. Okay, now we do this part where it asks if we want the recommended. We say no. We just want the original. All right. Next. Primary text. What we want the ad. This is the most, again, probably the most important part. So what are we going to say in our ad? This is what we created in Sora Video Prompter, if you guys remember that. So we're going to go back to that original file that we had in our Google Drive, which is, type in the lab. All right, so let's go. Where is it? Here you go. Okay, and then, okay, so we're gonna go. All right, text, price, reduce homes. There's the headline. We're gonna put that back into primary text, and we're gonna say Georgetown here. And that here. I don't want that. When you do this, I want you to do learn more. And then here, if you need an adjustment, you can do this to do it quickly. And then upload the image into here. Focused on recently reduced. Using. Okay. Now I'm going to copy and paste this over. Come on. Let's see. Okay. These are really aggressive.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say bleeding.
Yeah. Inventory. Okay, big portion here in that primary text, we want to make sure we tell them to click learn more. If they don't have the exact action of what they do, you're gonna have a lot of people that don't fill the form out. It's clearly obvious. It says button learn more. A lot of people will skip over it unless you tell them to do it. So, like, this is good. I like this. I'll put that in. Okay, and then we'll have a headline. Headline was up above. I should have kept that. No. Come on, where are you? Oh, I had my documents where I had it. That's why.
You were using the other one, the price reduced, because that's what you're
Yep. Okay, learn more. Next. Image generation, we're going to skip that. We want nothing to do with that. Skip. Okay, all this where enhances, turn all this off. So you want to keep scrolling. All this needs to get turned off. Because what you don't want to do is someone clicking on where they're pushing this text improvement to somebody else, and they click on your lead because of this text improvement. It's going to change the type of lead that's coming through. Do not have any of those on. Their enhancements, they're all off. Done. Okay, so when I'm done, I can now preview what this will look like. So recently reduced homes. I don't like that I can't see learn more on the preview. So what I would end up doing is I would play with the click learn more in the first sentence. So let's go back to that. And I like that I screwed that up to give you guys examples. So let's go. There. And we're going to delete that. Okay, so that comes off better. Learn more here, learn more there. They know what to do. Okay, a little bit easier.
If you wanted it to have a banner or something, would you just put it in the photo before you uploaded it?
When you say banner, you mean like this?
Like a banner that says price reduced or open house or whatever it is you wanted to say. Add it
I don't
to
do
the
any of
photo.
that. I don't want to put any image or any text on the image. Then it clearly looks like we're advertising that specific house. This house doesn't exist.
Okay, gotcha.
So we're just doing this as a lead magnet to capture their attention, which is why we created the AI images.
Let me rephrase. So if this house existed and if you were doing an advertisement for like an open house or a price reduction, would you put that into the photo instead of letting Facebook add the banner?
Well, you never want Facebook to add, like this banner you're talking about right here.
Right. No,
we don't have
add one, like, I don't know, like diagonally across the top or something. Like you see those, would you rather put it in the photo that you upload because you said don't let Facebook add anything?
If you want to have that, sure.
Okay.
I've never done it that way. Feel free to A/B test it. I just had better results on just being raw and doing it this way.
Okay.
So then once we set that part up, we do want to have CRM events, so we're going to set that up. So set up. And what we're going to do is these events that pass over, we need them to hit into our CRM. So it's going to load up, overview, and we're going to go to custom conversions, create custom conversion. Add pixel for, I don't want the Shopify account. I want the other account. Let's just go connect data. CRM. Okay, connect data. I don't want my app. I want the CRM. Oh.
CRM is 2 below what you had app down. CRM's on there.
Where do you see it?
Go back to where you just clicked app.
It wasn't letting him click on it though.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh.
not letting me click it.
Okay, I was going to say because it was there.
Yeah, no, it's not letting me do it. Let me go back to the ad. Hold on. Events. Add events. Oh, I know why. My wife hooked this up to a Shopify account. Okay. All right, so what you would end up doing here is you would actually click on the pixel here like this, and you would send this back over to your CRM. If you were going to do that, wait, actually, I need to show you how to do that. Do this. Let's do this. And data sets. I need to create a data set. We're going to create a custom conversion. We're going to name this Facebook ads. I need the data source to be different though. Okay, I hit a roadblock. That's going to take too much time on this call. Do me a favor. Is someone at this portion of it? Okay. What you would end up doing here is your CRM would pop up with an API. You connect that API from Meta to the API of your CRM. When the time comes and you're going to set this up, because I don't have the time inside of this call to go do that, we would want to go to that. That takes about half hour. So when you set that portion up, what we'll do is I'll set that portion up all before the next call, and we'll recap that on part 3. So we're going to fast forward for a second into where we have the CRM set up. Like, here's all your partner integrations. And what you would end up doing is for those that are on Zillow, you would type in Go High Level. For those that are on Bold Trail or Lofty, you would type in your partner here. So let's just say it's Go High Level here, or lead connector. What do they call it? The other option you have is API Nation. For those who are not aware of that, APINation.com is the way most people do it. You'll click Login. You'll grab your account. So for me, I would create one. Let's just say it's this one for now. And you would then find your app. So we would type in Meta or Facebook. Facebook lead ads. And then the app that you want to sync, we would say lead connector. So Facebook goes to lead connector, and then you click activate. Connect. So reconnect Matthew Kemp's to API Nation. Yes, reconnect. API Nation, please remove the Facebook connection to API Nation. So since I'm already connected with Azulio, I can't connect it to another one, so I have to do it on my other email. So I'd have to make a new account. So what that ends up having to do, I would sign out from here. I would go to matthew.kemps@multiplgroup.com in case you guys get these errors. And then I would need to do, hoping that's the password. Sign with Google. There we go. Okay, I'm in. And then same idea. We would go to Facebook. Connections, and then same thing, lead connector. Just so you guys know, this is like the gray labeled version of Go High Level. Activate. Connect. Reconnect. So I'll drop this down. Yep, that's it. Reconnect. So I'll have to remove Matthew.Kemps at eXp Realty. Already has it. So I'll sign it that one. Same process. And then search for a detector. So when you get to this start, it's going to ask you what account you want to put it into. So Mary Ellen, for example, you're going to have 5 under that email. You would need to select the Zillow one. So, and it also does that once it logs you in. It takes you to your homepage of your main CRM. Go back to the original tab. It opens a new tab. You'll need to go back to this one. You'll need to scroll down and click next. And then you're going to select what account I'm going to go to. So for me, I'm going to put into Lone Wolf. I would select that. I see it's loading.
Is this the name of the account that's in your CRM, Azulia?
This is my team that I'm setting it up in my, for your example, we would put under Lux Residential.
Gotcha.
Connect. So now what's going to happen is the API of Facebook is now talking to the API of Lone Wolf Realtor Group CRM. Now they're going to talk back and forth. Now it's going to say, what page do I need to do this to? This is Matt Kemp's Realtor, even though it really would be Lone Wolf Realtor Group. There's another issue there about making this easy for you guys. What lead gen form? I would select that Georgetown new construction one. So let's pretend that's Georgetown. Let's just see this one. Georgetown new construction. Sync leads all on first run. Do not overwrite information in connected fields. Only add fields into blank fields. I disagree with that. I want you to overwrite the information. Because if they give you new info, then you want the info. Confirm, and I would go confirm. Then they would be synced up. Okay, you do that one time. Now, when we go back to Meta, we're going to be synced up here, and you would be able to click on which website event you would want to happen, or CRM event would be here, and we would click publish. Now, that is one ad that we have created. What we're going to end up doing is going back to our ad set. Hold on, let me give you a better view. Here's the ad set. I want to see all the ads. What you can do to make this very, very easy. Click these 3 dots. This is the ad under the ad set. Because we have Georgetown, single story, modern ranch style. I'm going to click those 3 dots. I'm going to click copy. And then I'm going to click paste into here. So we're going to repaste the entire thing in here. Paste.
Matt, what's the difference between duplicate and copy?
Same thing. You can duplicate. Duplicate is fine.
Okay.
If it asks you if it wants to use the same existing stuff, so like if I click duplicate here, original campaign, existing or new, put it in the original campaign. And then duplicate. And you can say how many copies you want. So for example, if you are going to do it that way, and we already have 2 ads in that ad set, here I would type 3. If you're doing this the first time, you would put 4. Because we already have the original ad, and then we had 4 more. Because we want 5 ads in one ad set. So then we click duplicate. Now I got 5 right here. So what I would ultimately end up doing, here's the original. Now the ads are created. All we have to do now is change the name at the top and change the image that we have here. The headlines can all be the same because this exact same ad is working the same way with just a different image. So if I wanted to change out the image, I click the trash button here. I go to add media. I go to add image, upload, and I'll bring in the new image. So for us, we were under, I did this multiple times, recently reduced ads. I'll grab this here. I don't like that. I don't like that either. Let's go to a luxury one in, okay? So then I would grab that in. I would have cleaned this image up though, right? We have that Gemini logo here. We would erase that in Canva. Click next. Original, original, original. Good. Next. Same thing here. It does the exact same. Perfect. We don't want to change any of that. Next. I don't want to do any of this either. So I'm going to skip and continue. And we want all the enhancements off. good. We don't want music. Done. All right, good. Now we're all set up here. So all we would do is change the name of it. So this one, I might change it to Georgetown Single Story. Let's call it Large Lot Lux or Luxury, right? A little bit bigger, a little bit more luxurious. We can see a circle driveway. We know it's to be a little bit bigger lot. Okay, we're good to go there. Now you'll see the name here change. So we have this one's here as whatever the name is, modern. This one is going to be large lot. Now we can go this one. We might want 2-story on this one. So then I'll scroll down, trash bucket, add media, add image, go find a 2-story option. Let's see if we got any in here that are 2-story. There you go, 2-story. Bingo, grab that. Click it, next, same process, original, next, that's all good, next, turn the music off most likely if it has it. Right now when it says creating variations, what it's doing to that process is all the different variations it could potentially have through here, so we just gotta give it a second to load. So since you already created AI generated images, you're gonna get the same lift. Like, we could have these. I'm going to suggest not doing it. If you don't see the results you want on that ad, go ahead, sure. A/B test it, throw these on. Kind of how Sharon was talking about price drop alert. You can throw it on there if you want. Start without having it, though. Skip and continue. Turn music off. Done. Okay, so now we have those homes. And then we just got to rename that. So now we're going to change this out to 2-story. Modern.
And after each one of these, you'd click the publish button, right?
Nope, it's already saving. We don't want to publish this until we're done.
Okay.
Matt, is Facebook wanting music now? It seems like that's something that they're encouraging.
Yes, but you get a different audience. So say, for example, let's say, for example, I turn on music and it suggests AC/DC for me. Now I'm going to get someone who has done a post or has searched for a post under AC/DC. Now I'm changing the criteria of who I'm focusing on as a consumer.
Got it.
Okay, same idea, and we would repeat this process. All right, now let's pretend to get through, so I can get through the call with you guys. Let's say I wanted to change, let's say this is perfect, okay? What's our next step? The next step exactly, click on the ad set, duplicate. Original campaign, number of copies 1, duplicate. Now I'm gonna have 10 ads. So I just saved all the time the creation. What we're gonna do though on this one, we're gonna name this as builder incentives or price adjustments or whatever it is. Let's call it builder incentives. Georgetown, and then take off the copy.
How many times did you duplicate the ad set?
1, because we already have 5 ads underneath the ad set.
Yep.
So now I have 10 ads built out, and all I would do is replace my images, and then I would want to replace the text. So now if I'm thinking backwards, I probably should have done a little bit tedious work, because now I'm going to have all the text from the recently reduced and all of these. I'll have to change it out. I just want to copy and paste that quickly through them. So I wouldn't change it. I would change it the first time on this one to whatever I want the ad to say. So if I click in the ad and let's say I am at here, I would change it out quickly here, copy it, and then I go through each one of them and do the same thing. Copy and paste, or just paste it. Paste it. Paste it, and then paste it. Then I would change the images out. Because I don't want to go, I just want to keep a simple process so I don't forget something. Now let's just say I've done all that process. Then I would click publish. I'm going to close this out. I'm not ready to publish this quite yet because I got to switch off Lone Wolf Realty Group since my wife decided to put a Shopify account on this account. So I have to go switch that up. But I'll switch the page to where I need to go. Let's now pretend I clicked publish. I'm going to just press close. You will now see all of these saying processing. This would all say processing right here. The processing process has taken me a couple hours typically. If you get errors back, screenshot it, put it back into Claude or GPT. What are my errors within here? And then it'll tell you the errors. I've only had errors if I've done certain customizations, but just you shouldn't have any errors. We have a very simple setup. Now, what would end up happening on the next call, the leads would start flowing in because we built in the API integration from API Nation over to the CRM. If you are in Lofty, if you are in Bold Trail, if whatever it is, instead of clicking lead connector, you would have clicked Bold Trail. So if I go here, let me go back. Just for an example, so I can show you guys what that would look like, I would type in Facebook. Come on, go. Sorry, it's slow. Hold on, it's loading.
Ask a quick question while it's loading.
Yeah.
We let's just say we created $30 a day for your campaign, but now we have 10 ads. Is that $30 per ad per day? Or is that
no? As long as you're setting the ad at the campaign, the number at the campaign level.
Okay, got it.
So when we go in there,
yeah.
So when while that's loading, let's go back and review our campaign. So if I go edit, the budget's on the campaign level. So here's campaign. The big folder icon will be campaign. The 4 squares is your ad set. The little docket, or whatever you want to call it here, that is your ads. So the campaign level controls the budget. So let's say yours was 30, right? 30 times on average of 30, we're going to get 900 spend per month. That'll spread it across the entire campaign of $900 for that month.
Does it do it evenly?
No, it's whoever has the most interactions.
Oh, nice. That's better.
You may have a lead that you may have an ad that is going off the charts and it's converting. What you would want to do, which we're going to talk about on the next call, monitoring your reporting by turning the other ads off because one's doing so well. So the ones that don't do well, we're going to turn off. The ones that are doing phenomenal, we're going to have those run. Sorry, John was calling me. 1 second. And then that would be the process. So we got 3 minutes left now. On the next call, we're going to be going into the CRM. We're going to be building the AI agent to handle the leads. And then we're going to be building the automations to do lead assignment. So in case you have more than one person that's working the leads, just in case you are a team or whatever it might be, I'm going to show you how you can split the leads off to certain individuals, whether it's round robin, weighted values, or you want to just directly assign by location. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. The location side is the hardest part, just for the record. That has to be done in Zapier based on where the lead is located and where they're coming from. So on Georgetown leads, this ad would be in one area. So let's say, for example, in Georgetown, we have, I think, 5 zip codes. If I wanted to assign by zip code, I need to do that in Zapier. Zapier would then talk back into Zillow or whatever it is your CRM is. But that is how you do location based. If we want to do very simple round robin, that lives inside a CRM. Samuel, will the AI agent be able to call the leads? I have an agent who wants the capability. Yes, if we get an opt-in form to allow them to be able to call. I will show you how to do that.
Why does Facebook think if you changed it from when you had 50 to 53 or now saying 51 to increase your results? Because obviously any more money would probably increase results. What's their logic behind the $53?
No, it did that when he changed it to 30.
Yeah.
For Keith.
So now I'm at 50, it changed to 53. So if I go to 30,
right.
Watch, it wants to steal, it's a money play.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
30.
Of course, if you spent more money, you'd get more results.
Yep. Now, if I spend 53, it goes away.
Interesting.
So,
but meanwhile, you were at 50 and it was fine. It didn't give any.
No, it wanted to be 53.
Yeah,
not when you first came in here today, did it?
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay,
remember.
I missed that.
We can watch the recording and figure that out. I don't remember.
Yeah, no, it was there.
In this sense, I would jump into 53.
Right.
Yep.
And then say, okay, cool. I'll spend $53. Housing's all good. We're good to focus there. The other portion, we want this to go to the whole United States. We didn't talk about why. So relocation, we want this anywhere because someone could be moving to Georgetown. We don't want this focused just on Georgetown homeowners because this is focused on buying. If this was Georgetown sellers, this would be just Georgetown. Okay. All right, we're right at time at 11 o'clock now. Was this helpful for you guys?
Yes.
Okay. Next will be the next, in my opinion, is the fun part. This was the hard part. The next is fun. So now we have to go hook up the AI agents, customize them, build out the knowledge base, and all that good stuff. And then I'll have this recording up as soon as it's done rendering. Reminder, all the recordings are going to the Zillow group community. So if you come down here, you'll see that I posted the Zillow, the last one, part 1 of 3 AI lead generation. It's also on YouTube, but feel free to come in here, comment, ask questions, do what you gotta do.
So we can get it on YouTube until we're up on Zillow?
Yep. You already have access to this.
Okay.
But yes, it's on YouTube right now.
Okay.
And then just so everyone knows, this whole group right here is open to the public. This is not just Zillow clients. So I'm going to put that one more time into the link down below on the bottom right. And that is right here. So you'll grab that Zillow group community. You would just join there. Use the same email you would use if you are a Zillow client. Use your same email that you would use, and then we'll link you all up in there. All right, guys. I'll let you get going. I know you got other stuff going. Hope you guys this was helpful, and we'll get going on Thursday.
It was great. Thank you.
You bet. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Appreciate you.